The rise of cybercrime in 2025. How criminals are adapting. As we dive into 2025, cybercrime has reached new heights. Once a domain only associated with hackers in dark corners of the internet, it's now a multi-billion-dollar industry. Cybercriminals have evolved rapidly, adapting to new technologies and finding ways to exploit digital infrastructure in ways that were unimaginable just a few years ago. Let's take a raw look at the state of cybercrime in 2025. We'll explore the most alarming trends, the tools criminals use, and the real-world consequences of this growing threat, especially within the United States. In 2025, ransomware attacks have become even more sophisticated. These attacks, which involve encrypting victims' files and demanding ransom for their release, have now evolved into targeted campaigns by highly organized criminal groups. Unlike previous years, where attacks were often random, today's ransomware attacks are more focused and calculated. Cybercriminals are targeting high-value industries like healthcare, energy, and financial institutions, knowing that their victims are more likely to pay large sums to restore critical services. In the United States, ransomware has become a serious concern for local governments, businesses, and healthcare providers. In 2025, Riverton City, Wyoming, fell victim to a massive ransomware attack that took down its entire IT infrastructure. The attackers demanded $5 million in Bitcoin, and the attack caused significant disruptions, leaving the city unable to process payroll for employees or provide critical public services for nearly a week. One particularly alarming trend is the rise of double extortion ransomware, where criminals not only encrypt files, but also threaten to leak sensitive information if the victim refuses to pay. This has been especially common in the healthcare industry, where sensitive patient data is used as leverage. Take the example of the Hospitals of America ransomware attack in early 2025. Attackers not only shut down critical systems in multiple hospitals, but also stole millions of medical records, including private health information. The criminals behind this attack demanded $20 million in cryptocurrency, and when the hospital refused to comply, they began leaking confidential patient data online, putting thousands of lives at risk. One of the most disturbing evolutions in cybercrime is the rise of deepfake technology. Once used for harmless entertainment, deepfakes have now become a deadly tool for criminals. These AI-generated videos can manipulate audio, video, and even photos, making it difficult to distinguish between real and fake content. In 2025, deepfakes have been used in a variety of criminal schemes. From fake CEO scams, where criminals impersonate high-ranking executives to direct employees to transfer large sums of money, to political manipulation, deepfakes are being used to wreak havoc. For example, a recent incident in Los Angeles, California, saw cybercriminals use deepfake technology to create a fake video of the CEO of a major bank, instructing the CFO to wire $50 million to an offshore account. The CFO, believing it was a legitimate request, complied. By the time the bank realized the fraud, the money was long gone. Deepfake technology also poses a serious threat to the public. In the political arena, deepfake videos have been used to create fake speeches from politicians, designed to stir up unrest and influence elections. Imagine a video of a sitting president claiming they are declaring war, except it's fake, and it causes widespread panic and chaos. Traditional phishing emails, which trick individuals into revealing personal information, have existed for years, but in 2025, they've become far more sophisticated. Phishing 2.0 refers to highly personalized attacks that use data scraped from social media, public records, and even breaches from previous hacks to create messages that are impossible to ignore. In 2025, cybercriminals no longer rely on the generic, "I am a prince from Nigeria" schemes. Now, they craft emails that look like they come from your friends, colleagues, or even your boss. Through the use of social engineering and AI-generated profiles, cybercriminals can mimic your communication style, interests, and even your work schedule to make these attacks appear more legitimate. In New York, a series of hyper-personalized phishing attacks targeted executives in the tech industry. These emails came with subject lines like, "Urgent request meeting details," or "Payment instructions for the project." The result? Hackers gained access to their company's internal networks, leading to massive data breaches. The success of these personalized phishing campaigns is a terrifying reminder of how vulnerable we all are in a digital world where everything we do online is being tracked, analyzed, and exploited. Cryptocurrency has always been a favorite for cybercriminals due to its anonymity and lack of regulation. In 2025, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Monero, and Ethereum are being used to facilitate dark web transactions, where criminals buy and sell stolen data, illegal goods, and even hire hitmen. The most popular platform for these illicit exchanges is the dark web, a part of the internet hidden from the public and inaccessible through normal search engines. On these platforms, everything from personal information to weapons can be bought and sold. However, one of the darkest trends of 2025 is the rise of crime-as-a-service platforms, where criminals can purchase hacking tools or even hire cybercriminals to execute their attacks. The gray market is one such platform, a notorious dark web marketplace where hackers offer their skills to anyone willing to pay in cryptocurrency. For as little as $5,000, a person can hire a skilled hacker to launch a ransomware attack against a small business, while $100,000 will get you an experienced group to target a government agency or a multinational corporation. The ease and convenience with which these criminal services are accessible have made it almost too easy for anyone with an internet connection to become a criminal. Artificial intelligence, AI, has become both a weapon for cybercriminals and a tool for defense. In 2025, cybercriminals are using AI to optimize their attacks, making them smarter, faster, and more devastating. AI-powered malware, known as autonomous malware, has the ability to adapt in real time to bypass security systems. These AI bots can scan a target's defenses, analyze vulnerabilities, and automatically adjust their tactics. When one attack vector fails, the malware instantly shifts tactics, making it harder for victims to detect and contain. AI is also being used to automate social engineering attacks. Cybercriminals can now use machine learning algorithms to scrape social media and find personal information that can be used in phishing attacks. This includes knowing when you're on vacation, when you have a project deadline, or even what your children's names are. All of this information can be used to build a profile that makes the scam more believable. As more devices become interconnected, the Internet of Things, IoT, has expanded the potential for cybercrime. With smart homes, vehicles, medical devices, and even critical infrastructure being connected to the Internet, every new device is a potential vulnerability. In 2025, IoT-related attacks have become increasingly common. Hackers are using these interconnected systems to launch massive attacks, disable entire cities' power grids, and even manipulate smart medical devices to harm people. In the United States, a coordinated attack on the power grid in Washington, D.C. targeted the IoT infrastructure within the city's electrical network. Hackers exploited vulnerabilities in the smart meters that monitor energy usage and disabled key power stations. The attack caused a massive blackout, affecting millions of people for over 48 hours. The fallout was catastrophic, causing traffic chaos, paralyzing hospitals, and leading to a severe public safety crisis. This was not just about stealing data. It was about manipulating critical infrastructure on a scale that made the attack a national security threat. With the rise of cybercrime, the U.S. government has begun to respond with more aggression and resources. Agencies like the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CASA, have ramped up their operations to track and neutralize cybercriminals. The National Cybersecurity Center in the U.S. has also launched public awareness campaigns to educate businesses and individuals about the risks of cybercrime. To tackle the growing threat of ransomware, the U.S. has also formed an international coalition with other nations to take down cybercriminal gangs that operate transnationally. This collaboration has resulted in the disbandment of several ransomware groups who had previously been operating with impunity. On the corporate side, companies are adopting stronger cybersecurity protocols, investing heavily in AI-driven threat detection systems, and using zero-trust security models. However, as technology progresses, cybercriminals continue to outpace defenses, creating an ever-present risk to businesses and individuals alike.